What is a hate crime? What is the motivation for engaging in hate crimes, and how can we address this issue in our communities? To understand why some people are motivated to engage in hate crimes, we must first define the key term. A hate crime is defined as a criminal offence against a person or property motivated in whole or in part by an offender's bias against race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, ethnicity, gender, or gender identity. The term hate crime was only developed in the 1980s, which is why investigating the motivation for such crimes is so important. Hate crime motivation can be broken down into four main categories. The first, thrill-seeking behavior, involves the ignored risks of participating in exciting and intense crimes. Usually there is no real reason for these hate crimes, and some are seen as purely entertainment. Defensive behavior is driven by prejudice and occurs from the offender trying to defend who and what they associate with. Their victims are often targeted, crimes are justified, and often no remorse is felt from these attacks. Retaliatory behaviors are an act of revenge and occur as a response to a previous hate crime. They often target an individual, whether they were involved in the original crime or not. Mission offenders are the least occurring motivated hate crimes. They are linked to racist groups, calculate their target audience, heavily plan their attack, and sometimes even broadcast their plans to others in the community or on social media. One theory that describes criminal behavior is Merton's strain theory. It describes that an individual can feel immense pressure from their environment, whether it be their home, community, religion, or other influences. Sometimes to gain control over these expectations, they act out in violent ways. Minority groups usually feel victimized by societal expectations, and majority groups will blame these minorities for problems within the society. It is extremely important for a community to 1. Recognize the signs of criminal behavior, and 2. Integrate offenders back into society pro-socially. Desistance theory is one that uses a 4-part cognitive transformation process that essentially enables offenders to cease criminal behavior, help them gain employment, construct meaningful relationships, and permanently change their antisocial behaviors. Hate crime needs to be addressed seriously, and there is a major gap in the reporting of these crimes. Insight in the motivation of why these crimes occur and the psychology behind them is imperative for communities to tackle this issue. If you are a witness or a victim to hate crime, please don't hesitate to contact Crime Stoppers.